All right, we will get this started. Adrian, thank you for your time and appreciate your patience as we deal with the technical difficulties. We will have Alonso Contreras start. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach.
How you doing?
Fine. Question. The first, since the last game, anything in particular that you've been working on with the team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously had the opportunity to study the game over the last few days. I think the one thing that stuck out to me and the staff was that our ball circulation, our ball retention in the other team's half wasn't good enough. We never gave ourselves enough time to get a respite in the conditions. And, that's the one thing that we spoke about. There was parts of the game looking back that were a little bit better than I thought we were on the night. And there was other things that I thought that we need to improve. But certainly our possession in the opposing team's half has to be better than it was against Kansas.
Now, Coach, Thomas Checkon did an amazing, outstanding for him to see any 9 minutes during this tournament.
Yeah, as I've said to all the players, we're going to be needing them all the way through this tournament. Thomas is going to have some opportunities. He's waited very patiently. He's been working hard. And I'm sure that whether it be in the next game against Salt Lake or the game against Colorado, he's going to get opportunities to get on the field and show us what he can do. He's still a young kid. We've got a really good team. We started the season 3-0, so it's not easy to change a winning team. Most coaches don't like doing it. But just the nature of playing down here and playing in these conditions and the heat, etc., the humidity, he's going to get an opportunity to show everybody what he can do in this tournament.
Jerry, go ahead.
Adrian, how much do you miss a guy like Ozzy in that area of retention, and what has he been able to do, and Luis and Mason been able to do in training today?
Well,
injuries.
I think, Jerry, we're talking about arguably the best number 6 that's been in the MLS for the last 10 years. So you're going to miss him. I don't think it's a coincidence that we made the playoffs last year in his first year with us. He's never missed the playoffs. That just gives you an idea of what it is. And it's not only what he brings to us. I think it's the opposition as well. When they see that his name's on the team sheet, he gives us composure, he gives us knowledge, he gives us quality, and he gives us leadership. So yeah, we miss all of that, and we're hopeful that he's going to be fit. He's trained today, as Luis has. We'll assess them tomorrow, and then we'll make a decision from there. But obviously, if they're both fit and 100%, they will play. But we'll wait, and that will probably be a game time decision.
Adrian, your thoughts on Real Salt Lake, and what do you see from them coming up tomorrow night?
I think Freddie's done a great job with them since he's taken over. They play really good football. They've got good pieces. Every game that we've had against them, whether it be in Salt Lake or in our place, they've been really, really tight. There's been nothing in the games. And I don't think, the fact that we're both playing our second game after 4 months, that will change anything. They move the ball well. They've got experience where they need it. They've got athleticism in good areas. I really like Rusnak. I think Kryalach is an underestimated player in the league. Obviously, they've brought a couple of players in. So, no, I expect it to be exactly what we've had in against them in the past. It's going to be a very tight affair, I think. And, it will probably be small incidents and little breaks here and there will probably be the difference at the end of the day.
Jeff.
Hi, Adrian. I'm just curious what the game day preparation tomorrow is like. I mean, late starts are one thing, but you're not playing until 10:30 at night. So what do you do with the guys to make sure that during the day they're not going stir crazy?
Well, obviously, I think one of the things that this competition has taught is that, there's not a normal. I heard Frank de Boer talking today about, it's not normal for players to be getting up at 5:15, 5:30 and having a full meal at 6 o'clock in the morning to play at 9 o'clock in these conditions. So we've spoke to the players. We'll try and keep their routine as regular as possible. But, obviously the sleep situation. Certain players like to sleep before a game, others don't. So it's not ideal to play at 10:30 at night, but everybody's got to do it. Some are playing at 9 in the morning. So as I've said before, Jeff, let's control what we can. This is something that we knew was going to happen. We can't change that, as can Real Salt Lake can't as well. They're going to get exactly the same issues that we have. So, as normal as possible if we can. Do we have an extra meal within the day, or do we have a snack, in that time between 3 and 4 o'clock? I don't know. That's something that we've left to the club's sports science department to deal with and speak to the players about.
Pierre.
Adrian, when you mentioned that you reviewed, when you looked at the film from the game the other day and you assessed everybody, how did you assess Tyler Miller's performance in that game? What did you like? What maybe didn't you like from the match the other day?
Well, first things first, I think he's been outstanding since we've had him. I think Tyler would like to take the goal back, Gary Shelton's goal. He made a decision. He thought he was going to play it early and knew that our defenders were not close enough to have stopped the ball. And he made a calculated gamble at that particular time. It didn't come off for him. But in general, since he's been with us, I've been more than pleased. Everything that we thought we were getting and more. So, a mistake for goalkeepers generally is costly, and that's the nature of their job. But, he's trained really, really well. I'm sure it's not going to affect him. It certainly hasn't affected him in training, and I don't expect it to affect him tomorrow night. So if he keeps playing like he is, I'll be more than happy.
Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, I got one more. I'm curious what the mental approach or how the mindset amongst the guys changes going into tomorrow after you get one win already, and if you get another one tomorrow or even a draw, you put yourself in a pretty good position in the group. What's the message from that standpoint?
Well, it's, I don't like to sound boring to you guys, but it is take each game as it comes. This has been really, this is not normal for any of us, what we're going through at this moment in time. And I think the quality has been very, very good considering that all these teams have had so long off and so little preparation in terms of games. So, yeah, we put ourselves in a really good position with the 3 out of 3. Can we make it 4 out of 4? If we do, we'll obviously go through to the next round. And it gives us another opportunity. But, as I said, we know it's going to be tough tomorrow night. We're going to have to prepare properly. We are going to have to play well. We're going to have to play better than we did against Kansas. I said after the game, we will get better. And I'm looking forward to seeing that improvement. The fact that we've had 90 minutes under about now, I think, and I've sensed a little bit of a difference within the group as well, that the fact that now we're actually playing, there's been a little bit of an extra spring in the players' step in training the last couple of days. So hopefully we can take that into the game with us.
Jerry.
Hey, Adrian, did you train on those Disney fields when you were in the USL? And if so, what are your memories of you and Kevin together way back when and where you've come to now?
Well, we played on the main field, which is next to the baseball stadium there. No, obviously only good memories. I think, what did we lose? We lost 9 games in 100, something like that. I think it's still one of the best records out in American soccer. So, and Kevin was an instrumental part in that. He was outstanding at USL level as he's been in MLS. So, only happy memories, really. We played a lot of games here in Disney. I can't remember how many we got beat, but it wouldn't have been many. So this has generally been a good place for us. So, and let's hope that Kevin can continue his rich vein of form, because, we're certainly going to need a healthy and fit Kevin Molino this year if we're hoping to achieve all the ambitions that we've set this group.
Pierre.
Adrian, I'm not sure how many of the other matches you're able to watch, but obviously it worked out in your advantage. It happened last night with the San Jose-Vancouver game, but the hydration breaks are adding a little extra time there at the end. Have you noticed it creating a little more excitement there at the end? It obviously did for your guys' match.
Yeah, it was for us, and it certainly was last night as well, wasn't it? But yeah, I think it's another part that, you're looking at the clock and you see 90 minutes and then you see 10 going up, and that becomes a little bit of a shock to the system, because mentally in your head, you think of 90 minutes all the time. So obviously, it's something that we spoke about today, is that, you're going to have to play to the final whistle. And when you see 90, don't get desperate, because there could be anything from another 7 to 10 minutes left. So don't go crazy too early. So no, it's certainly helped for the excitement in the last few games.
Do we have any other questions for Adrian this afternoon? Jerry.
Hey, Adrian, what can you say about the French left back you've shown interest in?
Well, that was a secret, Jerry.
Not in Europe, it's not.
No, I know. No, it's somebody that we've had our eye on for obviously quite a while now. He can play both positions, left back and left side centre back. He's played both a lot of times in France, in the French Ligue 1 and Ligue 2. So we just think he'll be a great utility piece. We're hopeful that we can get it sorted in the next day or two. And if he does, I think it'll be another quality addition to the squad. Bags of experience, very athletic, very similar characteristics to Martinaire in terms of his physical tools that he has. And I just think that experience and the fact that obviously, you know, we've had a couple of, with Ike getting injured, if we were to get another injury at centre back, it would leave us really short. So we think that position, the fact that he can play both, would be really valuable to us.
Cal.
Gaffer, Aaron Schoenfeld come onto the field on Sunday and obviously gave you a very different dimension and a different way to play. How pleased were you with his contributions?
Very pleased, not surprised, because he's shown in training that, you know, the Aaron Schoenfeld that I'm training with now is a lot different to the Aaron Schoenfeld I worked with maybe 7 or 8 years ago. He's obviously developed his game. He's got a really good all-round game now. He's very good at receiving the ball, gives you a starting point to get out from your half, and that was something that we lacked in the game against Kansas City. So he gave us a big lift. You know, as I say, he's a big old unit, 6'3", maybe even 6'4". So if we can get quality in the box, he becomes a real threat and a really good defensive player as well, because he defends the goal well. So he's got a little bit of everything. We were really pleased with his performance, and I think there's a lot more to come from him.
Jerry, go ahead.
Last thing, Adrian, is there any update on Ike?
No, he's still working back at home. You know, we're hopeful that in a week or so, maybe he's a little bit improved, and we'll see where we go from there.
Any more questions this afternoon? All right, well, Adrian will let you go. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.